What's up, EDL? It's your boy, the commish, big commish, Nate Dogg, EDL. We're 2018, another year. I got Deezy. How you doing, big dog?
I'm doing good, Nate. We're back by popular demand.
Popular, very popular. Video today. We're gonna travel down memory lane. Look back at last year. Talk some records. Talk about this year, this week one matchup, and let's rock and roll. First off, I want to welcome once again. Oh, breaking news.
Breaking news.
Chris Anderson, welcome to the league. I hope you've enjoyed this part of the off season and the regular season. Congratulate Tito, our champ.
Wow.
One more time. Good job last year, 2017, bringing it home. Before we get going, make sure you guys do your Survivor picks and your, what's the other one called? Whatever it is, Survivor.
Pool picks.
Your pool picks on the side. I'm subtracting $2 from everybody that does compete that does submit something for week one. If you don't want to do it, just message me and I won't dock the 2 points from you. Everyone should do it.
Points, E-Bucks?
E-Bucks. That's
okay.
what I meant.
We know what you meant.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, let's go back. So league, Dan, I want to talk some records about just what's been going on the past few years. 2015, that's 3 years ago. I just want to talk about division winners. We had Casey taking down the West Division, Rupp, Central, myself in the West. We had a Rupp, myself, Super Bowl. Rupp one way back then, we don't care. But anyways, it happened. 2016, Casey, back-to-back division champs. Rupp also got in there, and Cameron won that year with the Super Bowl of Cam and Dan. Cam pulling that one off. That was an East Super Bowl. And we go back to last year. Seward, Pete, and myself once again were the division winners, and we had Tito and Pete in the Super Bowl, all Central Super Bowl. So the past 3 years, couple things. We haven't had any representation from the West Division. I don't know if that's going to change this year. What say you?
I mean, hey, this seems like they're just mediocrity is that what that division is all about.
The West has only actually had one representative in our second season. This is about to be season number 7 of the great and mighty EDL, but only
Seems
one
like yesterday.
One time have we had a rep from the West.
More representation.
There you go. And then if you even look at the just past 2 years, we've had a completely brand new division winner in each year. So there's some parity in this league. You know, we've had a
Yeah, I mean, I think with Tito winning it last year, that proves it big time. No offense, Tito. But you look at Scroll Squad. He barely picked up a new team, and he won the Super Bowl in a few short years. Tito did the same thing. A lot of pressure on Chris Anderson. And have we got anyone else lately? Or is that just Chris Anderson's got to get it done? He's got a 3-year window.
Yeah, past 3 years, we haven't had one person in the Super Bowl twice. 6 different people in the Super Bowl past 3 years. This could be your year.
Yeah. Any given Sunday.
Let's look at some records. Last year, 2017, we did have some people hit the record book, landing in the top 10. First one we're going to do is high points. Pete, Barry and Foster's, shout out. Rest in peace, Arian Foster.
Yes.
Foster. He scored 3,249.1 points in the regular season. That put him number 1 all time.
Bravo, my friend.
In the record book. There is some new point scoring. We'll say that probably helped a little bit defensive, but there's only 2 teams that made it. Casey was the other one. He came in at number 4 all time with 3,061 points for both of them in the top 10 last year. We're going to look at the records, the best records. Pete went 12-2 last year. That's tied for number 1 with only Rupp, only 2 people to go 12-2 at best. And then myself, I went 11-3 last year. I tied with Casey, Pete, and Cam. So we're the only 2 people, only set few of teams that's been able to get up there in the 11-12 win.
I see why you brought this up now, Nate. It all makes sense to me.
And look at the downside. Casey actually would hit number 2 all-time points against. So that's pretty unlucky. And Tito also number 9, tied with number 9 all-time. Record books. Couple more.
So Tito didn't have a cakewalk is what you're trying to say.
No, Tito had a tough. He came in, was he 7-7? Coming into the playoffs, was 8 seed? something like that, 7th seed, 8th seed. A couple last year too. Pete, again, he had the number 1 point scored ever in a weekly matchup. This was week 13 against Tito, actually. He scored 324 points, 0.4, number 1 all time. Pretty sure Tito got the revenge.
I bet, yeah, I was going to say, I bet Pete wished he would have saved that game for a few weeks down the road.
And then a couple players, Julio Jones, owned by Rupp, put up a monster 51 points, number 8 all time. He had 12 catches, whole bunch of yards, a few touchdowns.
Carolina, was it?
Bucks.
Oh, Bucks, that's right, okay.
And then another player, tied number 9 with Calvin Johnson, but Adrian Claiborne went bonkers. You remember that game?
I do.
6 sacks, couple forced fumbles, fumble recovery. He made the all-time.
Who was that one? Was that Cowboys?
That was against Cowboys.
Cowboys, all right.
Tyrone Smith was out or something like that.
Yeah, what's up, Rupp? Where's your Cowboys at?
He had 6 of his 9.5 sacks on one game, scored 50.9 points.
Got him paid this offseason.
All right, let's talk about this week. That was fun. Travel down memory lane, kind of remind everyone. It can be you. We're looking for people to hit the record books. But now we start the season. Everyone wants to get out. There's 3 parts to the year. Getting off to a hot start, getting through the bye weeks with some depths, and then building the strength for the playoffs. Who's going to get on a hot start? Let's go do a look at the week previews. We're going to start. You want to start with me, you?
We might as well just get it out of the way right now, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. I got is that your lineup? We're looking at the lineups right now. Looking at the week 1 previews. Right now, it's got me at a 4.2 favorite. That might be home field advantage. That's not it. I'm, of course, going to take my team. I'm excited to see Todd Gurley. I got a lot of Monday night action. I know Todd Gurley's going there. Big. I love the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes be good. Obviously, I'm going to take my squad. I can't believe I'm only up 4 on you.
Well, let's talk about this real quick, Nate. You did win the division last year, and you made some improvements in the offseason. You made a big splash with the Tyreek Hill move.
Appreciate it.
You added J.J. Watt to that defense. Looking to make a push, looking to be a part of that parity, looking to get into that Super Bowl and actually win it this time.
Actually win it?
Personally, I'm doing a little bit of a rebuild. I had a ton of first-round picks. 2 of them are going to hit the roster this week, Royce Freeman and Kerryon Johnson. Still a little bit of building going on right here, but I wouldn't be shocked if I beat you. I will take you in this one, Nate. But just so everybody out there else knows, 8-3 lifetime. So I pretty much have your number. I pretty much own you.
3. Own me.
But I will give you this one, week 1. Week 13, when we play again, that'll be another story.
Yeah, I will give you. You got a lot of rookies. Week 13, that'll be a tighter one right before the playoffs. Todd Gurley. I think he's going to be the number one point scorer this year. Todd Gurley. Let's move on to our next matchup. Staying in the division. This one's got a lot of smack talk.
Oh, boy, it's heating up. Hey, rematch of the Toilet Bowl last year. Hey, Scott Scott, Cam gives Robbie a lot of crap for his dick plaques, but hey, Cam, you were this close to having your own dick plaque last year. You only beat Robbie by about 8 points last year in the Toilet Bowl. But again, Cam's done a really good job reloading this team. Robbie is the ultimate tryhard. I got to take the Scroll Squad in this one. Tough to say.
Right now, we got, looking at the matchup, Robbie is a 2.2 favorite with Cam. It's probably going to be a tight one. Cam's got some guys.
Alfred Morris is going to be added to this roster as well. We just had the free agency.
Oh, that's right. We did have a free agency. I had that stuff posted, so maybe we'll see Alfred Morris in there, take somebody else out. Maybe we'll give it a bump. I'm going to give the first one. Oh, the smack talk's been great. I love it all.
Hole in the wall battle right here.
I'm gonna go with Robbie here. Robbie's gonna get this one.
The battle of the hole in the wall. Just for funsies, Scroll Squad's got a 7-4 lifetime record in this one, but obviously we know Cam is not the sole owner of that record. We also have Henderson in that history book as well.
I like that you got the matchups here going on. Next one, we're gonna go. Our Super Bowl, everyone's gunning for you. The Super Bowl champ, Tito, is going to have to start defending his crown against a tough matchup. Mr. Rupp, Glory Hole, Mr. Glory Hole
himself. Tough matchup? Nate, never again Rupp. Listen here, we all know what Tito is trying to do here, although Lamar Miller was a little bit of a head scratcher if you're trying to rebuild here. But hey,
Let him go to Tyreek too.
I'm going to go with Rupp in this one. But okay. But let me. He's got a lot of talent. Yes, he does. But let me explain something. This guy has rolled into the season year in, year out with the same group of guys. Eventually, that's going to catch up to him. We already saw it last year where his record dipped to 8-6. I do got Rupp in this one. But I mean, Tito, he's got a brighter future, in my opinion, than Rupp. Since Rupp doesn't seem to be, he's been really reluctant to make that move towards the future.
Well, he does. He did draft Anthony Miller and DJ Moore. I know neither one of them are going to be probably big factors in this game, if at all. But he's old. Marshawn Lynch can fall off any moment. McCoy could go to jail tomorrow.
He got lucky with McCoy.
Yeah, so we'll see. Rupp's still strong. I'm going to go Rupp here. You know how it is. The Super Bowl favorites always come in losing right away. Getting all cocky and stuff. Move on to our next matchup, still in that same division.
Just to keep this into the works here, Rupp is 8-2 lifetime against Tito. Obviously, again, Tito, that's not the full history with him, but 8-2, Rupp has had his number.
I wonder if what Tito is straight up. Tito might have had both those wins.
You know, I really could put some more effort in got this for the league, but I really don't give a fuck.
Mac and Jacks against Barry and Frosters. Our next matchup. 225 for Pete. He's looking like a 24-point favorite right now. And so far, Pete, I mean, we talked about him. He's been number 1 point scorer last year. I mean, this isn't anything we can expect different.
Absolutely one of the most dominant teams in the league. This is my SmackDown of the week right here.
SmackDown of the week.
Saquon Barkley coming out. He had a Melvin Gordon. Aaron Rodgers, this already potent lineup. The big question is this game doesn't really mean a much to Pete. It's Super Bowl or bust. We know that.
Yep.
Now I want to know, Nate, can Pete get it done this year?
His team looks good. I think we're gonna have to see some. He's got some old guys too on the roster. Adrian Peterson, Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, who knows? Maybe they hit a wall. Jimmy Graham. Is Jimmy Graham? That's the guy he brought in. I don't know if that's gonna be.
How many times he owned Jimmy Graham? I didn't even know he had Jimmy Graham back. I thought he was on Mac and Jacks.
I like Pete here. Pete's got a strong team. He's definitely a contender. Definitely a contender going forward. To Matt's credit, Mac and Jack, 200's not a... the site's got him, up there at 200. That's not a bad...
Drug test the site.
Our next one, we got a team has no name. Chris, his number 1 opening matchup of the year against Casey, who can be a tough team when he sets his lineup, which he has. Casey, get that done.
No kidding. Come on now.
Make sure you go hit a little submit.
He has some Eagle players, don't he? He had Zach Ertz, but then
Aguilar. I know he's got Aguilar.
He had the Ertz, but we all know what happened there.
Yeah.
That was
Casey, we know who he's got. He's got Zeke. He's got Brady. Does he still got, who's his other running back that he's got? He's got Duke Johnson.
He just traded Lamar Miller, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to go in a different direction.
It seems like right now I'm going to go with Casey. He's still got Amari Cooper, Robbie Anderson, Nelson Aguilar, Gronk. He's got some guys.
I'll go with Casey here, but only for one simple reason. It's obvious that the new guy, Chris, wants to put his stamp on his team. We saw him move big players like Demaryius Thomas, Golden Tate, Melvin Gordon, aforementioned, and A-Rod this offseason, trying to put his own little touch on this team. You don't want those players that Brett Rowe brought in and did absolutely nothing with.
Understood. You got to clean house. You got to come in, clean house.
He's got a 3-year window to win it all to be, to be a success story.
Okay, I'm with it. Let's move forward one more. We got Edwards, the Plainview Crushers against Odd Forsaken, who also doesn't have his lineup set. Question: these guys, not making the Super. This is even a question. They're not making the Super Bowls because they don't want it. It's obvious they don't want it.
Yeah, Chris is a mind game player here, though. He likes to fuck with people. You think he's just not showing his cards?
I don't know. Maybe he's lazy. I'm gonna go with the lazy approach.
Maybe he's lazy.
Edwards and Chris. Chris has got a tough team. I know we can't look at it, but tough blow with McKinnon. But he's still loaded.
Yeah,
he's loaded this year.
McKinnon's a tough blow, but you know what? I bailed him out. Matt Breida this offseason. Yeah, listen. Other than Pete, there's no one more stacked in this league than Chris Seward.
It's a receiving corpse.
The problem is, and like I said, this game does not matter to Chris. Although he is 3-8 lifetime against Edwards. He could improve on that, but this game, it's Super Bowl or bust. And then I don't even want to hear about this first round, lucky bullshit. Like, oh my God, so many fucking excuses. Just fucking win the first round game. Everybody in the history of this league has fucking did it. So come on, Seward. No more excuses. Get the job done.
I know he wants to be the Pittsburgh Steelers of the of the EDL, but he's more like the Bengals. Marvin Lewis. He just can't get out. He can't get out of the first round.
Got him.
Is that all of our matchups for this week? Is that it?
That is it.
Oh my God. Well, hey, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for listening. Anything else?
That's it. Hey, good luck to everybody.
Good luck.
Once my team starts rolling and gets those young guys into the game, you're all fucked.
He's lying. This is the realest,
Especially this
Dynasty
guy right
Fantasy
here.
League
Fuck, Nate.
out there. We'll see y'all next week, I believe so. Good luck.